Welcome back to ZaNiheza YouTube channel. I was enjoying that intro. Superb Rwanda. I let me know how is the sound. How is the sound? That's always the first questions because when we are live, you never know. Thank you for joining us. As you join, tell us where you are watching us from. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be fantastic. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be Gokuraku. Amazing. I have confirmation from the sound. Now tell me where you are watching us from, and if it's your first time, Murakaza Neza, welcome. I am happy to be here today. My name is Charles Shima Kishi, and yes, Kishi is a Japanese name. Long story. We have an amazing live. It's just gonna be great. If you just found out about ZaNiheza, please, you know what to do. You need to go and hit that subscribe button. We speak English, we speak French, we speak Rwanda, we speak Japanese, we speak Spanish. Why not? ZaNiheza is traditionally a tour company. We aim to enrich your travel experience through culture, through technology, and excellent customer service. That is ZaNiheza. And ZaNiheza means Murakaza Neza Niheza. So we are essentially a travel company. We would like to show you Africa in a different light. We would like to bridge the world and our continent, and hence we have these talk shows. Because if you've been to Africa, if you're dreaming of coming to Africa, you should join our channel. And if you've been to Africa, get ready. You should come and talk to us and then really tell us what you have seen and what you have loved. I'm looking for that. And it's in that spirit that I was privileged, I should say, to land on this Instagram a while ago. And I discovered this young lady. Her name is Shona. And from the get-go, I could see that she really felt the vibe in Africa, and she had an appreciation of the culture. By the way, Africa is 54 countries. So in this case, it was in Rwanda and in Uganda where she traveled. She will tell you more about that. And hey, I said, we should talk to her. She should come and discover ZaNiheza. So this has been in the works. She is an amazing singer. She's talented. She's beautiful. And you know what? Without further ado, let me introduce Shona to the world. Hello.
Hello.
How are
Hello.
you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me tonight. How are
It's
you
4
doing?
a.m. I'm good. I'm good. It's 4 a.m. Anyway, I did wear my Tokyo, Tokyo 2020, and this has
Oh,
become
wow.
a vintage
Nice.
now
Yeah.
because Tokyo did not happen. But I love this T-shirt. You should send me the 2021 now, because
Yeah, let's see what happens.
welcome.
2020. Thank you so much. I'm really
Genki.
excited.
Genki desu ka?
Genki desu yo. Wow. Yeah, I heard you speak some
Oh,
Japanese. Genki desu
skoshi.
ka?
Genki. Ima genki.
Yokatta, yokatta.
I did learn Japanese, but demo. That was when I was 21 years old when I landed in Japan. Yes, so you can do the math. And the goal was to learn Japanese, and then I don't know what happened. It's 4 a.m. in Japan.
It is. It is. But I'm all energized, full of energy.
How do
It's
you do
okay.
that? How do
No,
you
I
do?
mean, I was really excited about this show, so yeah, it's an honor, it's an honor. It seems like we have quite a few people from all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, I believe so. I mean, Spain, Morocco, Rwanda. Um, this is just fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have to do. I just have to host each time I have a live. It's like you gotta find Shona, and then I can bring the whole world.
Oh, wow, this is so exciting.
Yeah, yeah, and I see more are coming, and I think more will come. So let's get into it. This is gonna bring you in full view. I'm just gonna give you
Yes.
the whole stage, and then I'm gonna let you, tell us, um, essentially, uh, who is Shona.
Who's Shona?
Yes.
So I'm an Irish Japanese singer. I started singing when I was very young, but I started professionally 2 years ago in 2019 in Spain. But I had to come back to Japan due to COVID. And since then, I've been releasing songs. I had a collaboration with a Filipino artist back in July 2020. And then I had another collaboration, which was my very first collaboration with an African artist. Uh, I did a song called Malamu. It's a song from Uganda by a Ugandan artist called Pallaso.
Yes.
And yeah, since then I've been opening my eyes to doing some music from Africa. And now I'm
Yes.
here.
Yeah, that is a very interesting, because you said you were in Spain,
Yes.
and looking at you, you are not full Japanese. So what's your connection with Spain? Are you
Well,
also
sorry. Oh,
what's your connection with Spain?
my connection with Spain.
Mm.
Well, actually, it was a very spontaneous decision. I'm Irish and Japanese. My mother's Irish and my father's Japanese, but I grew up in Japan, so I always had an interest in living in Ireland, but also Europe. And when I graduated university, I didn't want to directly get into a full-time job. I wanted to explore the world a little bit, travel on the way, and I wanted to learn a new language. So I decided to live in a sunny country, Spain. It was very random, to be honest, now when I look back at that time when I made the decision of living in Spain. But yeah, it was one of the best choices I've made so far.
Amazing. I will get back to that combination. I'm just gonna go through our viewers, acknowledge them.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with Anna Morimoto. Welcome. Thank you for watching us today.
Hey.
And we have Joseph. He's one of ours. He's our chief experience officers.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
Leonel. And you speak French,
Hello.
I believe. Il parle français. He's from Burkina Faso.
Oh, interesting. Ça va? Coucou.
Cool. Well, this is Anna Morimoto confirming that the sound is fine, which is amazing. Joseph Leonel, actually, we call him, saying that he's from Rwanda. He's now in Rwanda going to school.
Nice.
Um, this is some Japanese, which I haven't quite mastered to read yet, but you can help us
I
there.
think, yeah, you said gokuraku in the beginning, remember?
Yes,
I think Anna's repeating it.
the Gokuraku is what I learned when I went to Hakone, onsen, those onsen in Japan.
Oh,
So
yes, it's a very famous one. I've never been actually.
you have not been. I went to Rwanda after 24 years, but before that, it was Japan every year. So ever since I discovered Hakone, I told my family this is where I'm gonna be buried. This is gonna where just somewhere in Hakone. It's just that's my plan. The ashes are gonna
Hey,
end.
really?
Hey.
Oh, wow. What can I ask you, what's your connection with Japan?
Oh, now she's asking me the question.
You're the interview now.
All right. My story with Japan started in Rwanda when I was small. First of all, we had the buses that had the flag of Japan everywhere we went. Back in the day, our transportation system, the big bus, they
Ah,
came from Japan. They were like this, like really huge bus, and they had the flag of Japan. So that was one. And my parents, we had friends from Japan who came um, to see us. And then it became so strong when I went to Kenya. And my former last name is Shikama, and my name is Shima.
huh?
And I remember when I went to Kenya to the bank,
Mhm.
Barclays. The lady read my name. Then it was Shima Shikama. And then she
Mhm.
looked at me. She's like, "You have Japanese names." I'm like, "Do I?" You're like, "Yeah, Shima," which it
Yeah.
means it
Island.
means
Yeah, yeah,
island,
yeah.
and the Shikama is also a name. And she was
Mhm.
like, "Shima Shikama, you have Japanese names." I'm like, "Hmm, I do. Great." And then later on, when I came here,
Mhm.
people will always be wondering, Shima Shikama, who is that Japanese person? So then I said, you know what? I should maybe go and find out um, what this is all about.
Uh-huh.
And I think we will talk about this. And Rwanda and Japan have a strong connection. The land of, we are all known as the land of, Japan is known as
Ro
the land
The
of,
Rising Sun?
and Rwanda is known as
The Thousand Mountains? Oh,
uh,
no.
Thousand
Oh,
Hills,
A
Thousand
Thousand
Hills.
Hills. I was close.
So you can see,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
meant
yeah,
to be.
yeah.
So now we have a viewer, Morocco. Please subscribe.
Hey. Morocco. We've got the
Yes,
whole world.
we have the whole. To our viewers right now, I gotta throw this in here. We have more male than females, so we need more of that balance. It's like
Mhm,
this.
mhm.
We have someone from Kigali. Hello,
Nice.
Alexis. Um, wow, we have Lady Visionary, who is an amazing YouTuber. Thank you for being here, and yeah,
Hello.
you should go and subscribe to her channel. She's
I will
also
check
doing
it out.
an amazing work. Please, anyone who has not followed the Lady Visionary, she is amazing. I landed on her YouTube, and then I was like, poof, instant. I subscribed. As they should go and find Shona and also subscribe. I think I have it in my link.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
we have Spain. This is amazing. And we have Leon from Rwanda. Um, I will keep going through them. I like to really give room. We have Mary, who is also with us, is ZaNihesians. Those who work with us, we call them ZaNihesians.
Nice. Tunisians.
Um, and all right, let me recognize. We have Angel, is ZaNihesian as well. Zero Stress, welcome from Kigali. We have Donavin, is ZaNihesian. Amazing. We will have more and more comments. So let's get back to that, what I call a deadly combination. I'm going to be a bit biased here.
Oh.
Irish and Japanese. That's like a
Mhm.
melting pot. I
Mm.
am I am also mixed too, but I'm not going to say what
Oh,
I'm not. Mm.
you're not
So
gonna tell us. A little bit of maybe Japanese and
hey, you never know.
you never know.
Now, they say that, what island Irish, by the way, don't we have St. Patrick's coming soon?
Yes, it's coming in a few weeks, actually, the 17th of March.
Okay, so how was it growing up in Japan as being, in terms of the culture, how was it for you growing up? Because again, I know the backstory of the stereotypes that sometimes you face. I think they say hafu. So,
Yes.
yes.
Wow. You know a lot. You really know a lot.
So, how was, that challenge? That's part one of the question. The deadly combination was island are known for their drinking, right?
Yeah.
Japanese too are not that easy on the thing. But I'm kind of curious because it is who you are, that or
Mhm,
how you grow up, that later
mhm,
on makes who you become. If
mhm.
you look at many of those individuals who have spoken about their lives, Oprah and everyone else, it's the journey.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So I think as when I was very young, I never really thought much about it because it was very natural to me. I grew up the way I was. But once I started going to kindergarten, I realized like that I was different. The other kids would be constantly telling me to speak English. They would, point at me and say, we have a word. It's gaikokujin. It means foreigners, but it also means kind of outsiders. So they would point at me and say gaikokujin, gaikokujin. So that's when I knew I was not the same. And when I was young, when I realized I was not the same, I always wanted to blend in. I always wanted to be fully Japanese, pure Japanese, so to speak.
Hmm.
Um, so I kind of started to not neglect, but I didn't want to speak English in front of my friends. I felt kind of ashamed. Now I feel bad saying this, but I felt ashamed whenever my friends saw me and my mom together. My mom is Irish. And I'm sure my mom felt really bad about that, to think your kid is ashamed to be with you, So now when I look back, I had that time. And then when I became a teenager, English music became the cool thing, and the
Hmm.
tables changed. I started to think, oh no, it's because of this Japanese culture. It's the Japanese homogenous society that's making me feel this way. So I started to neglect my Japanese side. I started to only listen to English or Hollywood or whatever, English music. I started ignoring my Japanese side and tried to be as Irish as possible. And at some point, I just realized when I started having friends from all over the world, when I started traveling, I started to think, man, both of these cultures are beautiful, and why can't I be proud to be both?
Hmm.
I really started to see the beauty in Japanese culture. I really started to see the beauty in Irish culture, and I didn't feel the need of being one or the other. And now, of course, I grew up in Japan, so I know that I know more about Japan, but I never see myself as only Japanese. I see myself as both. And I think that's something that I would always be proud of. And I'm always grateful for my parents, for bringing me up that way.
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned something there, Gai Kokujin.
Hmm.
When I landed in Japan at 21, after have lived 2 years in Canada, because I landed here, I mean, 3 years in 1997, and it
Hmm.
is the first time that I heard that, Gai Kokujin. And for me, it was actually it made more sense because in Canada, when you are a black person, let's say, or someone of color,
Hmm.
you are just that. You are like a black person, let's say, versus just being Charles. But in Japan,
Hmm.
for me, it has always felt okay. Of course, I am a foreigner in that sense. However, for
Hmm.
you, since you are both, and so you just mentioned something about your mom, and have you heard of Trevor Noah? I am
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
So him growing up in South Africa, because he
Hmm.
was also biracial, he was not allowed to walk with his mom.
Mm.
So he says that sometimes they'll be walking on the street, and then as soon as the police came during that
Yeah, too.
time in
Uh-huh.
the, let's say, apartheid, um, he will have the mom will have to like drop him.
Mm,
In
mm, mm,
in his word, he says like a bag of weed in the comedy. That's
mm,
what he said.
mm, mm,
Now, which is a very traumatic, but he has used the material of him growing up to become the comedian we know today.
mhm, mhm.
Um, Now, in your music, because I think, you, did you did you just start singing, or do you have other materials of your own that you are working on right now?
Yes, I do have a few originals coming up this year.
Hmm.
I haven't published them yet, but actually I started writing songs when I was 14, 15. but I never really thought of putting them forward. I've always been doing covers. But yeah, I think this year would be the year that I'll be starting to releasing my originals.
All right, so let's talk about the materials and the cover. Um,
Mhm.
so now, do you think in the materials we are gonna see what's gonna be the theme? Like Trevor, he talks about growing up in South Africa during the apartheid. That has shaped him.
Mhm.
As for you, what are you gonna be talking about? Is it gonna be about love? Is it gonna be about
Um, I don't know if I would have any theme for my originals. I think it just whenever I write songs, it ends up being about something that I feel really strong about. In the past, the very first song I've ever written was for my grandma. Um, she was living in Ireland. She found out she had cancer, but I was here in Japan, and it was really difficult for me because I couldn't just go see her. And I think back then it was long since I've seen her last. And yeah, so back then I wrote about her, and I've written about, this identity crisis that I had, or I have written love songs too. So I think there is no one theme, but it's more like my life journey, if you get what I mean. It's more like what I feel strongly about.
now? Um, Sorry about your grandmother to hear that. Um, if we um, if we go about your travel now, because
Uh-huh.
everything is kind of at which point did you feel like, yeah, okay, now I need to go and see the world?
Hmm. I think, my mom was a big inspiration. When she was young, she traveled around the world by herself, and she always told me about her journeys. So I think as a little girl, I always wanted to see the world. But I think the very first time I told myself, wow, there's so many places in the world, I need to see it, was I think when I was in university. I studied in France for 1 year, and that year I had a lot of I had a lot of chances to like travel to different countries, and I've been to when I went to Morocco. I saw that was my very first African country, by the way. Um, it really opened up my eyes. I thought, wow, there's like this place in the world that I've never seen. So that I think was my very first eye-opening experience.
All right.
Yeah.
We have some questions in the audience. So this is what happens
Okay.
when you're alive. But I am going to acknowledge, I suppose, some other people that we did not have a chance to acknowledge yet. Yes, yet we have Eric Mutuye, who is also ZaNiheza. Hello, Eric. Thank you for watching.
Hello.
He's saying yes, we need to hear your voice more. We have Vincent. Vincent, hello, who is also ZaNiheza. He's the one who writes our content.
Oh,
Um, we have a team of 14 people. Um,
nice.
this one is Kenny. His channel is he's now watching from Facebook. We are, by the way, live on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube in
Wow.
TwitSpace. So hello everyone who is watching us from all those places. We have Ineza Charlene, who is our curator. So he's the one who shows people. She's the one who shows people when they come to Rwanda. Um, and we have a question here from a viewer that I'm just gonna jump to. Who wants to know this? This is your question. Can you
I'd
see
like
that?
to know that. I would like to know the artist who inspired Shona into the music industry. Wow. That's a big question. I think I have many. Artist, I would say, ooh, there are many. I love Alicia Keys. I love Whitney Houston. They have amazing voices. But I think I would say my father would be. the person who really influenced me a lot in terms of music. He would always sing with my siblings with his guitar. Whenever we go camping, we would make a bonfire and sing around the fire together as a family. So he was the one who really inspired me, I would say.
Okay. Speaking about music inspiration, have you heard of the Yoshida brothers? They are in Japan. Yoshida brothers. They play the shamisen. Um,
Oh,
Yoshida. You
I
should. Um,
I should look them up. I don't know them.
yeah, Yoshida. Wow, am I that old?
You might you might know much more than I know about Japan.
I would like to roll a clip because I'm not sure if everyone saw that, and then we can continue. But before we roll a clip, there's someone I would like to to also acknowledge in the audience that I think I saw here. There's a lot of comments, so my apologies if I don't get to everyone. But I think he's also watching us from Japan. You know him. Um, and he checked in, and I saw him. And where is the message? There you go. Hello there, Pius. You've been. Who
Hi,
is Sebo?
Payas. Sebo means like dude, guy in Uganda.
Ah, okay. Now let me roll the clip, and then we will continue from there. So now we are now diving into you traveling to the continent.
Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the morning comes and we see what we've become. In the cold light of day, we're a flame in the wind, not the fire that we begun. Every argument, every word we can't take back. Cause with all that has happened, I think that we both know the way that the story ends. Then only for a minute I want to change my mind, 'cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits, I want to see you smile, but no, that means I'll have to leave.
Oh, so much nostalgia.
I saw you on. We're gonna talk about that clip. So that was the first time you. So the first country you went to when you went to the continent in Africa was in Morocco. You said.
Yes.
Which year was that?
I think that was 2016.
2016, and then you went to Rwanda.
2020, just before COVID. That was the
Really?
last country I visited. Yes.
Okay. When was that in 2020? Which year?
January in 2020. So
January.
exactly 1 year ago.
Wow. So I was there around that time. So how long were you in?
Really?
Yes, I was towards the end. Yeah.
So I think I had like 2 weeks or 3 weeks of vacation, and I went to Kenya, Uganda, then Rwanda. So I only had 3 or 4 days. It was very short. So I only got to see a little bit of Rwanda. So I need to go back.
You need to go back.
But yes, I need to go back. It was, you have no idea. It was an amazing experience.
And before Rwanda, though, you have traveled to how many countries?
Rwanda was my 40th country, I think.
Okay. Now, 40th. It was 40th. Wow.
40,
We're going to have to,
yes.
we need to make a list of all those ones. You should come and tell us about each one of those countries.
Yeah, that would be fun.
When I saw that clip, I saw you on the boda boda, or as they call it in Uganda, the motorcycle.
Yes.
And then you looked already like a pro. You were like just doing that. When I went back home after 24 years, me on the boda boda, I was holding on with my dear life. Okay. And my
I'm a boda boda pro.
Yes. I was just like, and my cousin who was the one riding, he's like, why are you holding on to me? I'm like, look, hey, I'm from Canada, come on. I'm thinking about the different things. So how was it for you landing because that clip came from you, by the way. We did not make that clip. It's all from you. It's all you.
Mhm.
Even the one that we did as a trailer with all those nice words you said, it was all you. I found
Mhm.
it on
Mhm.
your social media. Full disclosure, everything is all you.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So tell us about that. Landing in Africa, in this case in Sub-Sahara, because you had gone to the north and now you are landing. Was Rwanda the first one you went to in the Sub-Sahara Africa?
The first country I landed in sub-Saharan Africa was Kenya.
Okay.
Um, Charles, it was it was an experience. I have many friends from Uganda, some from Kenya, and some from Rwanda too. Um, but I my friends always told me about East Africa or their
Hmm.
countries, and it was my dream to visit their families and spend Christmas with them, and experience the culture, visit the different beautiful places. And but I would have to say Rwanda was a very special place. I've always wanted to go to Rwanda. I don't know if some of you already saw the trailer, but when I was 14, I met a Rwandan teacher. He was my English teacher, and he was the very first African person in my life. And he told me about his culture. He showed me some pictures. He also shared his experience about the genocide. But the thing is, I think not only Japan, many countries, it happens in many countries, but I think Africa is often seen through the single story, if you know what I mean. There's always this image that the media portrays. And I think meeting my friends and actually being there, the whole experience proved to me that that's not Africa. That doesn't define Africa. So it was definitely a special experience. I don't know how to explain it.
No, no, thank you. While you were speaking, I just rolled a picture of you when you were, I think, in Akajera. Maybe I should
Yes.
that one. We can see that was really fantastic there. It looks like you are having a great
Yeah.
time.
Oh, it was
Um,
amazing.
when I traveled to Japan during my time, we didn't have all the smartphones and sort of all this fancy stuff. However,
Mhm.
I did manage to kind of do that sort of a contrast. I did find something of me in Japan. I'm just going to
Oh,
show you here. Yes,
yes, please.
there you go.
Oh, is this with like primary school kids?
Yes,
It's a
yes.
primary school. Were you teaching them about Rwanda or?
Um, Back then, here's come the mixed part. I told you I'm also blended somehow. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I am Rwandan. However, I was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Interesting.
So the happiest place, people who are happy, they may be,
Mm-hmm.
they are always smiling. That's why I'm always smiling. That's how I was born.
Oh,
Rwandans can be very like,
really?
oh.
Really?
in the comment, please. So so yes, that was in Hakodate. When I landed in Japan, I didn't even go to Tokyo.
Okay.
I was in Hakodate, a
Uh-huh.
small town in the north, in the Sapporo. So that's where I was. And yes, so I had to go and show the kids about my culture, and then the Congolese music, the music in the Congo, they pretty much dominate all over in Africa. So that
Mhm.
was me dancing to Kofi Olomide to the kids.
Oh,
Yes,
nice. He's a
and the kids.
legend.
Oh, you know Kofi Olomide, of course you know Kofi Olomide.
Yes.
Um, the one who came to Japan is Papa Wemba. Papa Wemba came to Japan. He performed in Japan many times. He was loved in
Oh.
Japan. So it is a small world.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
um,
Wow.
Now, while you were so you went to Kenya and then Rwanda, and then I guess you also went to Uganda,
Yes. Yes,
and
yes.
you did a cover of Malamu.
Mhm.
Yes. So I was wondering, why did she do a cover of Malamu? And I had to go and check this guy, Pallaso.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And suddenly I see this torso guy. And Six pack, and I'm like, all right, I can kind of see.
Oh, well, um,
Is I don't know. Is like okay? This is definitely Africa. They don't show us.
yeah, well, no, it was interesting. So that Christmas when I was in Uganda, I went to one of his shows. And to be honest, I didn't know that many artists until I visited East Africa, from East Africa. I knew his brother called Chameleon. I think he's very, very famous in Uganda. But yeah, Pallaso, that's the first time I found out about Pallaso. And I started following all these Ugandan artists because I really enjoyed their music. And I started doing covers of different Ugandan artists when quarantine started because I had a lot of time. Then I think he found me on social media and he was like, "You sing in Luganda. Do you mind doing a cover for me?" And I was like, "Of course." And that's how the story started. It was an unreal experience for me because when do you have a chance like that, honestly? And yeah, it was really fun.
Are you sure it's not because of the six pack? Because I will sing it too if I saw that six pack. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna do that cover, and
Ay,
yes,
ay.
definitely. I mean, honestly, that's also kind of new in our music. I mean, Kofi Olomide, he's always proud of his thing. That's. I'm just gonna take more comments here. We're having a very interesting live. We have a super fan here. Kanyoni, welcome. Long time no see. He is one of ZaNiheza's super fan. ZaNiheza is really loved around the world. He's from France. This is the time you can use your French.
Ça va, Cagnoni?
Cagnoni, yes, well done. I will check Lady Visionary. Yes, Mary, you should check that. We have Joyce from San Diego, another of our super fan. Joyce, thank you for joining us for this live.
Hi, Joyce.
Cagnoni wants to know this. In which languages
does she sing? I would like to try as many languages as I can. I feel like music really connects cultures and connects people. So I love learning different languages, but I think when you sing, you don't need to be fluent. You can still enjoy a song. So I don't know. I've sang in Luganda. I tried singing in Swahili. I really love Filipino music too, and then English, and I started with Spanish. So yes, I'd like to experience more.
Absolutely. And another one question here. This is, are you planning on performing in Africa anytime soon? Are you going to be paying? That's what we need to know. Or flying her over. I mean, the manager is also watching. Dan Sandin, if you can make that happen. But go ahead, sorry.
Yes, please. Oh, it's my dream. It would be a dream come true if I can perform in Africa as soon as COVID is done.
I mean, they say there's this TV show. I like to. I mean, no dream is too small. I always read those words. Now, just to prove you that no dream can be impossible, I'm just gonna roll a clip here. Such a small world, and then we are going to attempt something after this clip live on ZaNiheza channel. What was happening there? This was me. I was just vibing to that. What was happening? Who is singing that song?
Oh, that's DJ Pius. I really like that singer.
Okay. What if we call him and see if he can come and say hello?
What?
Yeah, let's just try that. They say why not in life? You
really?
Yeah, I mean,
amazing.
I'm just gonna. I don't know. Let's just see if he's up. Is he
Yeah.
up? Is he sleeping? Hey, DJ Pius, how are you?
What?
Can you please join us? We are live now. Thank you. See you soon. This is when
What?
you jump. Thank you. This is when he. I was
What?
hoping
What?
that you can receive. Hey, which word did we say that today we are going to do what in Kinyarwanda? Remember we were saying,
Hey, what was
hey,
the word? Sorry.
somebody help her. We are going to that
Somebody help
quick.
me.
To that quick.
Tarakwika, that's it. Sorry. You blew my mind. I'm like, what is going on right now?
If you would like to perform, let's find the one who does it and then see if he can help. So
Oh
while we wait for
man.
him, he added perhaps in Rwanda. By the way, Dan is one of our biggest supporter. We have many. He lives in the UK. Dan, please and go and follow Shona, an amazing channel. We need to also bump up everyone who have not joined Shona's. I think I do have her link in one of our the trailer, I believe, and I will add it because your YouTube channel is kind of tricky. You write the O as a zero. Can you tell us your YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's Shona official with
Lim-
I think on YouTube it might be just O, but then on Instagram it's Shona __ M, but the O is zero.
So I'm going to add it for you here.
Thank you.
Um, and while we do that, um, I always there you go. I'm just gonna add it there and
Thank
so that we
you.
can find it and
My
then
my
we can
heart is pumping. I cannot be
uh
chill, you know.
all right, well here we go. Let's welcome, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna welcome the superstar, the one and only, the hardest working man in the music industry in Rwanda.
What?
He is one of my favorite singer. He is an amazing person, humble yet beautifully gifted. Uh Here he is. Hello.
What?
Hey,
Hello. How are you
hello.
doing?
What's
This is
up, people? How are you?
crazy.
Crazy, crazy. How are you? I see you. I see. Oh, that's the beautiful lady.
Oh, what? This
I
is
see
crazy.
her.
I love your music.
Oh, thank you so much. I saw you. I saw your cover of Pallaso song.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a nice piece. I think you're gifted as well.
Wow.
It's nice to see someone like you doing something for the culture. I understand you've been to Rwanda, you've been to Uganda, so it's nice for people like you to recognize arts and what we're trying to do in Africa for the bigger population, larger population at your home. So we appreciate that, and I appreciate you too for um, I saw you. I think you were doing a photo shoot, and my song was in the background. Yeah, and then you
Yes,
shared it
yes.
with me, and I appreciate that. So I had to come and show love to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, I really like Ubushuhe. So this is unreal. I can't believe it.
When are you
No,
coming back to Rwanda?
Yeah, I would like to go as soon as COVID is allowing me to.
Okay. Where are you now? Are you in Japan now?
I'm in Japan right now.
Okay. How
So
is the situation there?
things are not too bad, but yeah, we've been in a semi-lockdown kind of state of emergency. How are things in Rwanda right now?
Rwanda is still in the lockdown. We are still in partial lockdown. Curfews at 8 p.m. But at
Oh,
least we are striding towards maybe opening up some things. but we are still in lockdown. But we're trying to work in that.
Mm.
Yeah,
So no concerts for a while?
not for a while. Yes.
No. Well, we're waiting for you to come to Japan too. So
There you
we
go.
should do a ZaNiheza concert in Japan.
There you go. Open the doors. That's why when I saw you, I mean, you should do more of that. That's how we get the music of Rwanda to the world. So each photo shoot you go to, you need to play at least one or two songs from our continent, right?
Mhm.
Only
DJ
one song.
Pius.
We should.
Uh,
Ubushuhe!
Speaking about that, can you tell us about Uwisuhe? Tell us about the concept of that song, DJ Pius. I mean, what is Uwisuhe? Is it someone who is hot? What, tell me, because I love that song,
No, no,
man.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a kind of. It's a vibe. It's when we are happy in Rwanda, we say that hano hano harashushe, which means that it's hot in here. So there's a good vibe. People are enjoying the situation, so it's hot in here. So obushuhe means that we are happy, we are enjoying the moment. It's not particularly towards someone. It's if you're happy and you're with your friends, you say that harashushe, it's hot. So it's a kind of vibe that means that it's hot in here, we're trying to have a good time, and we are happy. So that's the whole concept of Wishu here.
All right, I must say that that's not what I thought. Even though I know what I thought.
I mean, everyone tries to interpret it in their own way, because you can use it in different ways. You can use it when you're trying to say that someone is hot. You can use it when you are trying to say that I think the situation is going to be hot. Yeah, it's a word that can be used in many different ways. But what we were trying to do is create a summer song that is going to put everyone in the mood. When they listen to the song, they just feel like they want to party.
I think you've done an amazing song, and we will play it for many, 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 many years to come. And Shona, now that you know that DJ Pius and Malaso, actually, I believe you know DJ. Sorry, not DJ. You do know the singer Pallaso, right? DJ Pius,
Yes,
you know him.
yes, yes. I worked with his elder brothers, Chameleon. I've done a song with Chameleon. I've done a song with Radio and Weasel. I've done a song with Pallaso too on my last album. Pallaso's worked with my other musician, because now I have a label and I have a musician on my label. Pallaso's done a song with him, which is not yet out. I've been talking to Pallaso today. He's in South Africa. He couldn't join us today, but he's trying to shoot many videos in South Africa. But he's my friend. He's like a brother to me, because his elder brothers are my brothers.
Wow.
Maybe we'll
Yeah.
see him next time.
Yeah. Next time we make sure he's allowed. He's around.
Before
That'd
we
be
let you
fun.
go, because one thing I would like to know, so how do you you were present when was it a Teddy, the singer from the United States? Actually, his song is one of my favorites. Uh, No Diggity.
No diggity.
Yes. um, I'm just gonna have you solo, and I just need basically, what do you think can be done to take the music in Rwanda to the really next level, so that it can also take over, such as like the music in the Congo did. Please tell us, like, what tools are needed in that sense.
Well, I always believe that the entertainment business cannot skip steps. There's always these steps that we always take as an industry. For example, before East African music was on a higher level, they borrowed something from Congo. Before Rwandan music was on a particular level, they borrowed something from the Ugandan music, because Ugandan music was all over Rwanda. So there are already steps that people take in the industry to reach another level. So right now we are on a good level, because we don't need outside interferences. Yes, we accept that Nigerian music is bigger than Rwanda music or East African music, but at least now we are on a same platform, and at least now we have social media to supply music everywhere. There are many things that can be done. Yes, we need also the not only us, also the government, private entities, particular bodies which can invest into the music and entertainment industry. We need many things, but so far so good. In the last 15 years, because if you talk about running music, you're talking about the last 15 years, because before then it was non-existent. So at least we're doing big steps, and in maybe 2 or 3 years, we should be in the right position.
That is really really well said, and that's another topic that we can also chat about.
Yeah.
However, I would like to say really great job. People know you the song Ubushuhe. However, there's another song you did celebrating our culture. That is one of my favorite of your song, by the way. I'm not going to attempt to play it because sometimes when I go share the screen, what was the name? Is it Iwachu?
Iwachu, yeah, Iwachu,
Yes,
which means
yes,
home.
yes. Everybody go listen to that song. That song makes me, my goodness, wanna just fly and land
Mm.
on the continent. Really well done. That was a very, it was a very beautiful and then well sung song. I'm gonna let Shona say something for you last, and then we're gonna let you go so that we, we
Yeah,
don't take over her life. So Shona, if
No.
you want to say
yeah,
something
yes.
to
'Cause
DJ Fires,
I'm in
this is
studio
your
too. I'm
moment.
trying to make some new music. So yeah,
Hey,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
do you wanna play something for us?
Oh, I'm not very sure. Piracy and
Huh?
everything these days. Let's not play some new music now.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. I really, really appreciate your music, and I'm really looking forward to your upcoming music as well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Rwandan music not only in Africa, but like we were talking about, I would love to see it in Japan. I would love to see it in other parts of the world. So I think you're one of the people who can do that. So yeah, I'm like, cheers. Look forward to your new upcoming music.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. We'll let you go back to work.
Thank you.
Thank you, DJ Fires, for being with us.
Mhm.
I think it just froze.
Thank you. Yeah, it just froze for a minute. I couldn't hear what she said, but I heard most of it. Yeah. Thank you for inviting me. If you can hear me, I'll think that if she comes to Rwanda or if she's in East Africa or anywhere, it'll be good to link up. So keep up the good
Would love
work.
to.
Thank you for sharing your work, and we appreciate you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, DJ Fires. Talk to you soon. All right. So, wow,
Wow.
there you go. Um,
Wow.
yes, an amazing talent right there. A very
Mhm.
humble man as well. It's yeah, that's what has blown me away. Hardworking and very humble. Um, now, Shona, here we are back. So, are you ready to give us a bit of your tune there?
Yes.
I don't know. Do you wanna do? There's something in Uganda. Just
Okay, I can maybe do Malamu a little bit.
okay. So let's do Malamu because you do have the blessing of the singer. So take it
Yeah,
away.
a cappella, a little bit. Okay. You shoot the arrow, baby, straight to the heart. Ogenda non tu non lands and then la la. Slowly I might be falling in love. I will never ever take you for granted. Tu baba bidi ne yo joke sirza. You whine it on the beat, olwone ne kondera. Ononya kamelanga tenzazilna. Olwalero nino kukulaba. Zeburiche nina chicho, baby. Omukwano gwe nina gugwo, baby. Nzeburiche nina chicho, baby. My baby pretty, pretty ZaNiheza, yeah. Malamu, malamu, malamu bakongere ndala. Baby malamu, malamu bakongere ndala.
Wow, you got me at ZaNiheza. That was you
Yeah.
are hired to sing any future
Hey!
ZaNiheza song. Um,
Yay!
uh, because as you know, our song 24, which please do a cover for. I am
I
requesting
would
that
love
on
to.
the live.
Hmm.
I wrote that song. That was my first attempt in the music. Um, I don't mean to put you on the spotlight, but now that we are looking forward for you to come and sing in Africa, so please hurry up and finish the material, the songs you have. We would like to hear more of that. Um, at this stage, is there any plan? Tell us about your music for when you can release your own original material, and then
Yes. So as for my own material, I'm really trying to push it for this spring, which would be April, May.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm hoping to release a few of my songs. So yeah, I'm working on that right now. And I'm also planning to work on a Luganda song. And yeah, we'll let you know soon.
Let us know soon. So Luganda, but you also said you can sing in Kiswahili as well.
I'm trying. That's what I recently started. Yeah, I started doing covers in Swahili because, it's a language that cuts across Africa. So yeah, I was always interested in the language. So I think it's a beautiful language.
No, it is. Have you heard of the Sauti Sol?
So yeah, they're the
Yeah,
ones who sang Susanna, no?
Susanna, Tuli,
Melanin.
yeah, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Melanin. There you go. Yes, you should definitely find a way to do a cover of one of their song.
I should,
Everyone
yeah.
is saying I am gonna put some comments. These are from our ZaNihesians. What
Thank
a beautiful
you.
voice. Um, go Shona.
Thank you.
Definitely. There it is. I guess your
Oh.
manager who is watching us today must be very, very proud. Uh, I guess we have made this was a really great live interactive. We are now getting close to 1 hour. This is how it goes. Um, if anyone among the viewer have any questions, ask now. If they don't have, if you get any questions later, they can always reach out to you by your social
Hmm.
media. And
Definitely.
yes, Instagram, but definitely go and subscribe. Um, now, we in about a week or so, we are gonna be celebrating Women's Day around the world.
Hmm.
You told us about how it is, growing up in Japan. Now, as a woman, uh, of
Um,
many cultures, and now in Japan, and then who have traveled and been to Rwanda and all those other 40 countries. Um, and I know sometimes Japan can be a very traditional thinking type of a country. What will be your take on that? Um,
you know what? I mean, not only Japan, but we live in this world where not only gender equality, but we face many problems in the society. And I'm one of the people who really feel strongly about rights for all genders, not only female, but you know, sorry, all genders. And yeah, Japan, we have good economy, but of course, it's not a perfect country, and we do face this large gender gap, and there's a lot that we can learn from Rwanda. And yeah, through I think it's little by little advancing, I would say. But yeah, we still have a lot to work on, and I would still I would always want to, you know, voice it out and be a part of the movement.
yeah, no, please do be part of the movement. In fact, ZaNiheza, we like to say ZaNiheza, more than being a company, we are more so a movement. That's
Mhm.
how I like to refer to us. We speak about, at least for me, my passion is the youth. My passion is to give the voice of those who don't have it, and I'm doing this through the platform that I know the best, which is the travel. It's how I link with the world. It's how
Mhm.
I am myself. I've been traveling since I was small. So it's how I speak to the many people all over the world, such as yourself. Um, Japan now, if we have to talk a bit about the COVID, because suicide is an issue now, more so
Yeah.
during COVID. And I have to say, because you kept saying like, COVID, I can tell you in Africa, some countries they are holding concerts. Okay, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're holding concerts. So do not miss out. This is the time. If you go hold a concert in Benin or follow the Kofi Olomide, you know, they are holding concerts. Life is going on over there somehow.
Wow.
So, but the suicide is becoming an issue in Japan. I believe you even have now a minister of loneliness.
So, suicide in Japan has been an issue for a while now. Um, but yeah, definitely with COVID, it's a very sensitive issue because, once you need to meet people, you need your social life, and everyone has their own scale of how much social life they need. But right now, it's kind of limited. I would say it's not as limited as some countries might be. We don't really have a strict lockdown, but um, I live in Tokyo right now, and I I think 80% of the time work from home. So, if you live alone and if you work from home and if you can't really meet people, you really need to take care of yourself, but then that in itself is difficult. So, yeah, it's a problem that we need to acknowledge a little bit more, and yeah, put a bit more focus on it because it's really scary.
Yes, it is indeed. It is very, very, very scary. I will take some questions from our viewers, and then we
Hmm.
are going to wrap it up. You woke up quite early. If you said all, the Leon, he would like to welcome you to our family, and so that you are a
Oh,
ZaNihesian.
thank
Sounds like
you.
you can see that I do take a lot of things from Japan. It sounds like, do they still call it foreigners alien over there? It sounds like alien Zanhesians.
Ah,
um,
ZaNiheza.
Zanhesian. Now, someone was asking, how would you describe? How would you describe Zanheza? I'm not sure. How would you describe Zanheza from what you know?
Hmm. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but from my impression of ZaNiheza, um, is kind of like a bridge to connect, not maybe not only Rwanda specifically, but to connect the world is my understanding through many aspects. I've seen your Valentine's video. That was really interesting, but like now it's more on the music side, and I think there are many ways people can relate, um, depending on different subjects. So I think ZaNiheza is a platform or a movement, like you said, that connects people, connects the world, to make it a more accessible, more like a better place.
Yes, I mean, essentially, the vision is simply that. The way we do that is through travel. It is we need to make money. The way we do that, we need to have products to give to the world, and our product is to build the packages, experiences, which I'm now saying it to the world. You can travel to Tanzania, you can travel to Ghana with ZaNiheza, and we keep on building that. One of the most brilliant mind in the business, Tony Shea, who found who was the CEO of Zappos. Zappos, they sold shoes online back in the 90s. He used to say that Zappos was is a customer service company that sells shoes. That's what he
Mm.
liked to say. So we are the bridge, as you said, that sells experiences in Africa. Although I would like to also sell experiences in Japan, um, try to do that both ways, and through music. because now
Mhm.
we have you, and you'll be performing in Africa soon, right?
Fingers crossed. I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Hmm.
Someone is saying that's a big one. You should come and test Rwanda local beer and wine. I guess you don't have any idea on Rwandan beverage. Mm.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think I tried beverage in Rwanda. I should try. Do you guys have special beer or wine?
Hey, do we? Rwandan banana wine.
Oh,
Yes, yes, Rwandan banana wine.
I should try that.
However, I am sure in Uganda, Rwanda consume a lot of drinks from Uganda as well. I think the vodka.
Waraji, the strong.
Hey, Waraji.
Yeah, that thing is strong.
Yes, yes. If you're from Uganda, yes, they like that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So let's see. There's one who will say yes. We are happily joining the movement. That's Mary. She works with us. Here's a question for you.
Yes, it is. So I have two songs up actually. One is the cover of Malamu, and another is Iwanaide, which is a Japanese song. So
Iwanaide, what does that mean? Iwanaide.
Iwanaide means don't say it. It's a love song.
I'm gonna ask that you sing that a little bit, if that's okay, as we conclude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Iwanaide, and then it is
Okay.
available on Spotify.
It is. You can just type Shona, Iwanaide, or Shona Malamu, and it'll come up.
All right, so here I first again on ZaNiheza channel, Iwanaide, take it away.
言わないで、このあなたへの愛に気づかなかったって、あなたのためなら何でも手放していた。Thank you. That was Iwanai.
Hey, Iwanaide. Okay, so we can find that on Spotify. However, you don't have it on your channel yet, if I'm
I
not.
do actually on my YouTube channel. It's the very first song if you scroll down.
Okay, so they can find it on that channel. Now,
Yes.
as we conclude this live, which has been fantastic, thank you. I would
Thank you
like you
so
to.
much for having me.
No, thank you. I would like to give you a few minutes to just say the last word to the viewers, to the world. Um, something you would like us to remember, or anything you would like to remind the world, remind people in Africa, and so go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much. It seems like we have a lot of audiences from different places. And it makes me really happy because, yeah, in the end, we're all human beings. We're all citizens of the world. So I'm really, really looking forward to going back to Africa, going back to East Africa, Rwanda. I know there's so much more I have to see. I would love to do music there someday. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you so much for watching this. And yeah, I really had a great time. Thank you.
No, thank you as well. I must say that your knowledge of our culture in general, or the Africa, is quite, for me, I should say, admirable. Um, so as they say in Japanese, domo arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
And you have a great rest, and hopefully we will do this one again, hopefully not at 4. To our viewers, we say thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button. They have to smash the like button. That's one thing
Smash
I
it.
learned. Smash it. So everybody smash the like button, leave us a comment. Shona, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so
Merci.
much. Merci. I hope we can do this very soon again.
Absolutely. Jane.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.